Welcome to Thursday Night Smackdown. I'm your host, Flaunt. No Shad is still busy, unfortunately, and we're opening with Julius Creed, one half of the former tag team champions alongside Brutus Creed. They won the championships at Money in the Bank and lost it within the week to Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. The Usos challenged the Creed brothers that night. The Creed brothers accepted, and they immediately lost.
Look at that. For the first time in forever, SmackDown isn't opening up with Grayson Waller. Instead, it's opening up to something much more important. I came out here to say that Jimmy, Jay, at Hell in a Cell, the Creed brothers are officially using our rematch clause. We're gonna take those belts back in just a few weeks' time. And if you don't believe that, let's get a little preview going. Tonight, one-on-one, Julius Creed, JUSO. No Brutus, no Jimmy, just one-on-one. I'll see you tonight.
Big news from Julius Creed. The Creed brothers are using their rematch clause. At Hell in a Cell, it will be the Creed brothers against the Usos for the Tag Team Championships. Oh my god, speaking of the Creed brothers, by the way, we've got some one-on-one action as Brutus Creed will take on Grayson Waller. And as Julius Creed announced, he has challenged Jay Uso one-on-one to the main event tonight. As usual, Grayson Waller fucking lost. Because, oh my god, this man is not good at wrestling. He's not good at winning wrestling matches, at the very least. He has some skilled moves, sure. He's a good competitor. But damn, he cannot get the job done. He has not gotten the job done. Meanwhile, we had more one-on-one action as it took on... It was Braun Strowman taking on Braun Breaker. Now, Braun Breaker, technically part of Bad Company, suffered a big loss just last week. And this time he would suffer another loss, but not necessarily a huge loss, as Braun Strowman would be the victor in this dark match contest, but only via countout. Not via pinfall or submission, but by countout did Braun Strowman manage to win. We go on to the first match of the night. And the Megastar is in action. That's right, LA Knight is here tonight, and he is here to fight. One-on-one action for the Megastar coming into SmackDown. LA Knight has not had much going on in recent weeks, aside from being given a couple of matches. We'll see how things go for the Megastar in the coming months or so. For the moment, he's been a little waylaid. Things have just kind of been happening. But if I'm confident about anything about LA Knight, is that he has the charisma to be big here. So I know damn right that he can do it. He's just got to put his mind to it. Let's see what we've got in store for LA Knight tonight on Thursday Night Smackdown. Oh, and by the sounds of it, it might be one half of the Street Profits that LA Knight must contend with tonight. But they're both out here in support for whoever it might be. I think the internal card read as Angelo Dawkins, though I could be incorrect about that. I believe we have Angelo Dawkins taking on LA Knight tonight. That's correct. Tonight. To open up Thursday Night Smackdown. Street Profits were pretty big in the tag team division the past couple of months. But after Money in the Bank, they've kind of hit a bit of a plateau. They did not come clean. They did not come out with the tag team championships at the end of that night, which was unfortunate because, man, would they be some great champions if they were. But knowing the Street Profits, they'll get their hands on them. They'll get their hands on them Smackdown Tag Team titles coming up soon. Whenever they get the chance. We know these are some of the. This is the best tag. One of the best tag teams on Thursday Night SmackDown. Apologies for the word jumbling there. Just having a good time as usual. Street Profits. We've got Dawkins taking on LA Knight tonight. And we'll see who can get the better of who on Thursday Night SmackDown. Crowd seems to be firmly behind Street Profits, chanting "We want smoke." And Angelo Dawkins gonna get the start on this matchup. Gonna lift up LA Knight, no? Yes, he is! With the suplex to open up the match. And a drop kick too, colliding with the back. No, was gonna grab LA Knight, but no. Oh, there we go, and rolls him through. Oh my god. Got him in a something like a sharpshooter. Boston Crab, that's it, Boston Crab. But it was too close to the ropes for anything to count there. And now the elbow drop from the Megastar. LA Knight whiffs a punch, and Angelo going to take advantage. Irish whip, and he's going to roll shoulder tackle. And get some hits in on LA Knight. Couple of rights, big drop kick to drop LA Knight to the ground. And as LA Knight crawling up in the corner, Angelo Dawkins feeling it, leaping through. No, LA Knight gonna roll out, and big clothesline to continue his momentum. Goes for the pin. One. No, only a 1 count. Match still going on, especially with this early. That pinfall was just mind games. Oh, roll up from Angelo Dawkins. One, only a 1 count. Roll up caught LA Knight off guard, but not enough to lose the match. And Angelo with a shoulder tackle to keep up that fire. And clamp down another pin. One only. Still a 1 count. Still this early in the match. Any pinfalls this early has got to be all mind games at this point. Do not actually expect to win a match this early. Angelo Dawkins grabs the arm of LA Knight. Twists it behind. Oh, no. LA Knight got the elbow. And, ooh, he went for a neck breaker. A cutter, neckbreaker, something, but Angelo Dawkins grabbed him instead. And now Dawkins rolling again, the twirling shoulder tackle. Now with her right, lifting up LA Knight, and ooh, dropping him. LA Knight on the outside, he's getting fired up. And the side Russian leg sweep from LA Knight to drive Angelo down to the mat, not to the mat. They are on the outside now. Ooh, I think that might have busted open Angelo Dawkins. Count of 3 on the outside. Angelo gonna toss LA Knight back in, and he's gonna follow up in himself. Yeah, Angelo busted open. Does not look good to see. Hate to see that. The Crimson's coming out early on in a match like this. And Angelo back in firm control. Spear from Angelo Dawkins and the pin. 1, 2. That's the kick out. 2 count there, and LA Knight got the kick out, and Angelo's feeling like ending this match early. Oh, he went for a belly to belly there, but LA Knight got some rights to make sure that ain't the case. Oh, but Angelo still got the grab. Oh my god, I don't even know how to explain. That was like a butterfly gut wrench something. Only for LA Knight to sweep the leg and try to get the better of one half of the Street Profits. Oh, and the stomp to the shoulder blade. And as Angelo's coming up to a stand, LA Knight's right behind. Oh, the knee and the clothesline. 1, 2. No, 2 count alone, not enough to get the win. And now stunner variation from LA Knight. 1, 2. No, 2 count. It will not be enough to get the job done. Now Angelo Irish whip rolls him through, tilt-a-whirl, backbreaker. I think that's actually correct. And now Angelo, oh my god, just tossing LA Knight by his foot. And now Angelo going to call LA Knight up and dives over the top. Oh, spilling onto the outside with that dive. And LA Knight is in no control at this point. This is all Angelo Dawkins. And tossing him toward the steps by his leg now. Heads collide as LA Knight tries to get back into this one. Rolling him through, rolling him under. Ooh, little bit of a backbreaker. Count of 6. You want to watch for the count out. We've already had one tonight. We do not want to see another. Oh, again, colliding the back of the outside. Count of 8. Angelo gonna roll in. Oh, he's gonna roll right back out. He's gonna break that count. Make sure this match continues. Angelo does not want to win via count out. Oh, but LA Knight. And planted goes Angelo on the outside. All right, a chop. Oh, and a forearm, and LA Knight is feeling it. Count of 5. Want to watch out for that. Tosses Angelo Dawkins toward the corner, and LA Knight gonna waltz right back in the ring. Count of 7 as Angelo on the outside waiting. Nope. LA Knight's going to roll out, and he's going to break up that count. Yes, LA Knight also does not want to win via count out. Ooh. Backbreaker from LA Knight. Counts going quick. Tossing Angelo into a corner again, and rolling right back into the ring again. Oh, but Angelo Dawkins getting up pretty quickly. Count of 5, and he's gonna get in. Oh, only to be clotheslined right back out again. And LA Knight is taking this moment for a break. Much needed break for LA Knight. He's gonna get it. He's gonna go outside only for Angelo to grab. LA Knight got the kick. Oh, but now Angelo Dawkins now back in control against LA Knight. If he can maintain it, this could be a match ender. Oh, LA Knight went for something but missed. And then Angelo planted LA Knight. Could be the moment. 1, 2. No. Kick out at 2. This match continues. And now, and Angelo Dawkins. Twisting neckbreaker of sorts, something vicious, something that looked painful, and planting LA Knight again. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Angelo Dawkins gets the job done on Thursday Night Smackdown. This was a well-fought match between LA Knight and Angelo Dawkins. In the end, though, LA Knight was unable to get the job done. Angelo Dawkins got a huge win with reason to celebrate for the Street Profits. Big ups to Angelo Dawkins getting a huge W tonight on SmackDown. As SmackDown continues, what do we have in store for us next? We have the SmackDown Women's Champion. Been a bit since we've heard from some of the women here on SmackDown, so let's finally get an update. What is happening in the women's division here on Thursday Night SmackDown? And who better to explain than the SmackDown Women's Champion herself, Asuka. Of Of course, SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka, she won that championship at Money in the Bank after besting Carmella. And Carmella has not asked for a rematch clause yet. So Asuka's been riding high as champ. Question is, what is next for the SmackDown Women's Championship? Let's find out from the champion herself. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Ladies and gentlemen, your SmackDown Women's Champion has an important announcement. At Hell in a Cell, I will put my title on the line. Against not one, not two, but three other women. But WHO? We'll find out later. It's the ultimate challenge to prove I am the best champion here.
Asuka wants to prove she is the best champion, and she wants to do it by winning in a fatal four-way match at Hell in a Cell. We'll find out more about who her opponents are in the coming weeks. But for now, we've got action featuring the Women's Tag Team Champions. Tag team action tonight on Thursday Night SmackDown as the Women's Tag Champs Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler visiting over to see what they've got in store for them here on SmackDown. Now, the Women's Tag Team Champions are Monday Night Raw superstars, but as champions, they are allowed to cross brands as long as they only appear on one show per week. Cannot appear on Raw and on SmackDown the same week. So it's SmackDown time for the Women's Tag Champions. Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey will be in action tonight. And when you think about how Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey became champions, I mean, you look back to the crowning of the the Women's Tag Team Championships. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler won a #1 contenders match at Extreme Rules to be Raw's contenders. And the Team Ninja Warrior were SmackDown's contenders, and going into Money in the Bank ended up coming out as Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler is your new Women's Tag Team Champions. Of course, they've had some trouble already from some of the tougher tag teams in the division. Though including a new tag team in the division is over on Monday Night Raw. The Queen's Council made themselves known. That's right, Charlotte Flair, the Women's Champion over on Raw, created the Queen's Council, a stable in an attempt to hold all the gold. It featured Eva Marie and Natalya, who could not get the job done against the Women's Tag Champs to become new Women's Tag Champs. But when you talk about another team that has stake in wanting to be the Tag Team Champions, you're going to talk about Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, all alongside Mandy Rose. Now, they were big in trying to become the #1 contenders. But instead, Team Ninja Warrior got the better of them not once, but twice. To, in fact, manage to fight for the inaugural Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, this is not a Tag Team Championship match. Essentially, you could see this as Toxic Attraction are feeling out the current Tag Team Champions. Let's see just how this works out. for Toxic Attraction. If they can get a job done here, we could see them vying for the Women's Tag Championships in the future. For now, tag team action. Bell rings, match is underway, starting with Shayna Baszler and Gigi Dolan. Immediately, Gigi Dolan underway with control of the match. Only for Shayna to grab her and whip her down onto the mat. Now Gigi Dolan working on Shayna Baszler. Rolls her through for the single-legged Boston Crab. Shayna's feeling it. No! Just gets grabbed and dragged down. And now Shayna Baszler showing her what she missed out on already. Now Shayna with some tough rights to Gigi Dolan, who just sounds scared. Just sounds scared from everything that's happening. And when you talk about some of the toughest champions in WWE, you talk about the Women's Tag Team Champions. You talk about Shayna Baszler, and you talk about Ronda Rousey. They are, in fact, the baddest women on the planet. That is what they're called as a tag team. Why am I coughing so much? Oh my god. I have no idea why I'm coughing so much. I do apologize. Gigi is crawling to JC. Manages to leap through, get the tag. Shayna had already tagged in Ronda. Therefore, it is Ronda Rousey and JC Jane in action at the moment. Maybe some water will help. Ah! JC Jane gonna grab Ronda, whip her over, and plant her with a body slam. Oh, but Ronda's just gonna stand right back up. JC manages to get the grab. Was gonna set her up on the ropes, only for Ronda to take advantage there and get some elbows in to prevent that from happening. And now Ronda just dragging JC into the corner. No, JC Jane gonna get the elbow, only for Shayna to capitalize with a punch. And it seems like the Baddest Women are trying to employ some of the top tag team strategy of keeping one opponent locked in your own side of the ring. If you can manage that, you've got a good job on your hands, but of course they do not, as JC manages to get the tag into Gigi. Oh, and Ronda immediately got a clothesline, only to get waylaid by a jab from JC Jane. And now the single-legged Boston Crab again from Gigi Dolan, only to get swept down by the leg again. And now Ronda Rousey's feeling some momentum. Ooh, rolling Gigi through, an elbow to the arm. Gonna hurt. And goes for the pinfall. One. No, only a 1 count. Very quick kick out from Gigi to keep this match alive. Again, though, still early in this contest. Not surprising to see a kick out that quickly. Oh, they were trying to work together again, but this time Gigi also got the elbow in there. Only for Ronda to slap her back in the corner, get the tag to Shayna. Irish whip and the back body drop assisted. Is now Shayna Baszler is the legal woman for the tag champions, for the Baddest Woman. Irish whip sends Gigi into the ropes. Oh, and a spine buster, a vicious one from Shayna Baszler. Now she's going to make her way outside. This match is all outside now. And Gigi Dolan going to slam Shayna Baszler into the outside, onto the ground on the outside. Ooh! And we got a backbreaker. Not really a backbreaker, but like a something-somethinger. Like a reverse code breaker. I feel like that's a good way to call it. Reverse code breaker. Count of 5 is Gigi still in control over Shayna Baszler. Count of 6 now. Do you want... At this point, you gotta be cautious. You know, countouts almost happened. Planted Shayna. Count of 7. Gotta be cautious of the count at this point. Count of 8. Gigi's gonna roll into the ring. Are Toxic Attraction going to get the win via countout? They are. Toxic Attraction get the win. Albeit in a bit of a shady way. Winning via countout against the champions. Does that mean that they deserve a tag team championship match in the future? That I'm not so sure about. Oh my god, what the hell? Are they? They're mocking the women's tag team champions. They're acting as if they just became the champions. Just like that. Bit of a, oh my god, bit of a call out as Toxic Attraction gets the job done, though only by count out. By the looks of it, now it's time for the Intercontinental Champion to make an appearance. That's the man himself, Sheamus. And if you know Sheamus, when he walks out to the ring, there's only one thing he wants. There's only one thing he's looking for. He's looking for a fight. Will Sheamus get his way, get a fight, get some action tonight on Smackdown maybe? Unlikely, considering we only have the main event left. But for now, let's see what the Intercontinental Champion has on his mind. Oh, he's gonna take a moment to embrace the fans who have been firmly behind him ever since he became Intercontinental Champion. Again, let's see what's on the mind of the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
You know, as the greatest Intercontinental Champion that's ever graced SmackDown, I like a good old fight. And there's someone that's piqued my interest. So Bron Breakker. Next week, I want to go one-on-one with you. When I see someone I know can give me a great fight, I take advantage. So, see you next week, Bron.
Sheamus has just called out Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker, the most recent addition to SmackDown in the last few weeks. And Sheamus has just called him out. Intercontinental Champion wants a fight against Bron Breakker. We'll see next week if he can get what he wants. But for now, it's time for the main event of the evening. Now, earlier in the night, at the opening of the show, Julius Creed challenged Jey Uso one-on-one. He said no shenanigans, no Brutus, no Jimmy, one-on-one action. And we'll see if Julius can get exactly what he asked for, but knowing the Usos, knowing the tag team champions, they always have a trick up their sleeves. So don't count any surprises up. Don't count any surprises from the Usos out from two members of the Bloodline. The faction that has seemingly been on a gold hunt as of late. I mean, we have the Usos, who are your current tag team champions. Solo Sikoa over on Monday Night Raw will be vying for the United States Championship at Vengeance. Roman Reigns was one man away from becoming the #1 contender for the Undisputed Championship over on Raw. I mean, the Bloodline has had titles on the mind. So I guess the Bloodline faction with their championship mentality at the moment, can they continue to get the job done? All right, we've got Jey, we've got Julius, and this match is underway. And immediately, Julius Creed gonna get the better of Jey Uso, lifting him and tossing him down, back colliding with the mat. Julius Creed starting off this contest with firm control over one half of the tag team champions. How long will this last is a good question. Ooh, Jey went for the leaping clothesline, but got none of it as Julius blocked up. Now Julius gonna dive under, go for a little bit of a chop block to take Jey off of his feet. And a reverse German suplex, kind of, like an inverted German suplex from Julius Creed, trying to keep momentum in his favor, but Jey gonna get some slaps and some chops to keep this one in his favor instead. No, Jay gonna go for another punch in the quarter, but Julius gonna block it, gonna grab Jay. Went for a gut wrench only for Jay to counter by tossing him over. Now goes for the pin. Only a 1 count. Again, when you pin this early in a contest, you are not trying to win. You are trying to mind games your opponent. And that's the question. Do you need to do it good enough? Will it help? Will it help in any way, shape, or form? Get into your opponent's head. Julius went for a grab of Jey Uso, but missed. Jay got the grab instead, only for Julius to get some elbows in there. Went for something. No, Jay now in control. A lot of back and forth action between these two men, both one half of their own respective tag teams. Oh, and a big punch from Jay to Julius. And Julius sent over the top rope. Is going to roll his way through the ropes to get through. Ooh, and a super kick from Jey Uso. Oh, he's going to get the foot up there. Oh, rolls him through for the DDT. And then Julius going to toss Jay out back into the ring. And Jay going to grab up Julius Creed, lift him up, and snake eyes on the ropes. And the crowd's cheering about it. A little bit of an elbow from Jay, only for heads to collide. As Julius tries to get back advantage, leaping forearm. Oh, we got some punches there. And a big kick to the back. And Jay's looking top rope dive. Top rope diving headbutt to a laid out Julius. But now, oh my god. This action's very quick paced. I do apologize if I'm behind at any point. And Julius going to plant Jay down on his knee. And then driving him into the corner, tossing him to the middle of the ring. Julius in control with the elbow. And Julius Creed gonna keep up this beatdown with authority. And oh my god, that's the Usos theme music playing. That could be Jimmy Uso trying to give Jay an opening. And that could be exactly what he just got. Super kick. And Jay is feeling it over the top. Dives down, planting Julius Creed. And with an elbow as this match is spilled to the outside once again. Oh, I think Jay might have just busted open Julius Creed there on the outside. He certainly did. Drags Julius back into the ring, and Jay's gonna follow suit inside. And he's going top rope. Could be the moment. Over the top splash. Goes for the pin. Ref a little confused. 1, 2, no, 2.5, maybe 2.6, maybe 2.7, but not 3. And Jay's going again with another Uso splash, but Julius gonna roll out of the way. Not letting this one end that way. Standing drop kick only for Jay to lift him up for the Samoan drop. At this point, Jay has been in control for about a minute or two now. And he's been looking to end this for about as long. Another splash. This time was a diving headbutt, but he missed again. Julius rolled out of the way, and now Julius working the head of Jey Uso, trying to get a little bit of momentum in this contest. Ooh, he got that kick to the face. And Jay with the one in the air. Remember, again, Jey Uso, one half of the tag team champions. Julius Creed, one half of their #1 contenders, having used their rematch clause for Hell in a Cell in just 2 weeks' time. Technically in less than 2 weeks' time. Jey Uso had control, but Julius rolled him through by the leg. Jay's gonna stand up though, and Julius gonna lift him up. What's Julius thinking he's got there? And the big clothesline. The forearm. Could be it. The ref distracted. What is he doing? 1, 2. No, 2 count. could have been 3 if the ref had not just halted for some reason. And now Jay in the corner. Julius taking a moment to have a good time to taunt and driving his arm across Jay into the corner clothesline. Julius lifts up Jay. Grabs him and, ooh, a suplex to keep the momentum in the Creed brothers' favor, in Julius's favor. Top rope. Oh my god, a top rope 450. Or was that a something? 1, 2, no. I think it was technically less than a 450. 180? Like a 180 or a 270. Regardless, it was still not enough to get the job done. Oh, Julius went for something, but Jay did not allow it. And then the drop kick. This match has been going on for a little bit now. Jey Uso with advantage still. Could still be anyone's contest. And the DDT from Jay to drive Julius's head onto the outside. And Jay is looking to end this match. Oh my god, he went for the elbow, but he collided with the ref instead. He has to go top rope again. Uso splash. The ref is down, though. This cannot be good for Jay. If he wants to get the job done, Samoan drop. The ref's back up, though, as he goes for the pin. Ref a little slow. Ref's a little slow after that huge... fucking literally got hit with a corner elbow, leaping elbow, but still manages to count the 3. And the Uso... well, half of the Usos, Jey Uso gets the job done against Julius Creed, but perhaps with a little help from Jimmy. With the distraction via music and Titantron. Still big ups to Jey Uso for getting the job done. Vengeance this weekend, a Raw branded pay-per-view, so look out for that. We got Smackdown next week, and after Smackdown next week, we've got Hell in a Cell. We'll see you next week for Smackdown. We'll see you this weekend for Vengeance. Thank you for tuning in.